Yo guys, what's going on? It's Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the removal of the acid green flare barter, the MSGL, and all the additional thermals that were added in previous Escape from Tarkov events within the last few months. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on this one, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more PvE. This is one you guys really wanted me to talk about, and honestly, I can't say I'm too surprised, and because of that, I'm not that upset about it. So when it comes to all of these new event things that were added within the last few months that were taken away with the release of patch point 15, I said in those videos when we covered them that these items will most likely disappear at some point. And I really thought when we finished up the key to salvation that the acid green flare was going to disappear. And I told you guys, like, hey, there's a good chance this disappears. Stock up on them while you can. PvE doesn't wipe. So if you buy them now, you don't have anything to worry about long term. It's always going to stick around. It's always going to be there for you unless you choose to wipe your account. So you can see we're in Therapist here, and the acid green barter would have been the first one on the list, and it is not there. Some other ones that are no longer around is the MSGL, which was just simply available for purchase from Peacekeeper. You didn't have to do anything crazy, and it is no longer here. And as for all of the grenades, all the ammunition for it as well, that is no longer here also. And then when it comes to the thermals, the T-7s that were like 4 million rubles, those are gone too. You're going to be paying 17 million again if you want to use T-7s. Now, in PvE, money is plentiful, so 17 million plus insurance, you're probably going to be okay. But at the end of the day, man, it was nice to have some T-7s sticking around for 4 million. And to be completely transparent with you guys, I told you in those videos to stock up on the acid green barter. I told you to stock up on MSGLs. Now, I didn't really tell you as much to stock up on the thermals because it is kind of situational. But with the other two, 100%, both are incredibly overpowered. You have the shotgun rounds from the MSGL, allowing for very easy farming of bosses like Tagilla or just farming in general. And then the acid green flare is probably the most overpowered item in the game. Those things I said stock up on. In full transparency, I really kind of forgot about them. After Key to Salvation and after that event was completely over and we saw the acid green flare stick around, it kind of went on the back burner for me. And I didn't stock up. I have one in my flare gun, and I have another 6 here. So that means I have 7 acid green flares for probably the rest of time. I have played total across my scav and PMC almost 1,200 raids. I've never found one in raid. I haven't found a single one since PvE dropped. And, maybe that says something about how rare they actually are. When it comes to the MSGL, I've killed the goons a bunch of times. I haven't got a single grenade launcher off of them. So these items that I was like, hey, you got to stock up on these, I meant it because I thought there was a chance they would get removed at some point. I got a couple MSGLs hanging around. Not too many, but a few. And combined with insurance, I think I'll keep those ones for a while. But doesn't change the fact that they are now removed permanently. Will we ever see them back? Doubtful. Will BSG create new events in the future that might add them back? Probably. I wouldn't see why not. It seemed like it was very popular among a lot of the player base to have acid green flares available to us, to have the MSGL, and of course have those really cheap thermals. Not just the Reaper, but the T-7s. I mean, who doesn't love running the T-7s? They're a ton of fun. As for my reaction to it, I'm not really salty about it. I don't really think it was that bad of a decision. They were event, limited time things. It wasn't like this was something I expected us to keep permanently. I expected it to be around for a bit, but I did mention in previous videos that there is a chance in point 15 these get completely removed because it is a fresh patch, and however they're doing things on the server and just wiping the slate clean, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow those event rewards got swept away, and that's exactly what happened, unfortunately. So there has been a few things with the patch that I'm not like crazy about. Labs cards having uses, some of these really overpowered items getting removed. But at the end of the day, they're trying to balance the game, and there's always going to be new players hopping in. If a brand new player can go right to Peacekeeper and purchase an MSGL and a bunch of ammo for it for 9,000 USD, it doesn't really balance things out properly. So, that's my thoughts on it. As for if you wanted a huge reaction out of me, I'm pretty calm about it. I know some of you guys really love your MSGLs and your acid green flares. Let me know how you think about it in the comments down below. But this one kind of like the other thing you guys wanted me to make a video about, which was the labs cards. I don't really think it needed a video, but I wanted to at least make you aware that these things are gone if you didn't know or you haven't checked. Do me a favor, leave that like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.